in a word, feeling gross and sticky right now. Yes! Hello, Duck. It is a duet. Yeah, I'm playing a couple of fan games today. I know I usually wait like 10 minutes or so, like just for general turnout, just to wait for everybody to pool in, but it's TOUHOU, and I am hype. As hype as I can be in this heat. God, I need a shower afterwards. Okay. One other thing. My internet so far seems to actually be pretty stable. Knock wood. But I know it was being kind of flunky earlier this morning. Okay, so, I guess to describe what exactly kind of fan games we're getting into, yes, absolutely. The first game we're starting out with is a fan game called Beneath the Willows. It is a visual novel that was created and released last year? Question mark? I can't immediately think of John Madden's voice, because I'm not a football nerd. Visual novel came out last year, question mark, and it was specifically... Oh god, don't I wish. Well, not exactly. I more so ship Junko with Hikatia harder than I ship either of them with myself. But anyway, Beneath the Willows was created in a game jam on Itch.io. Go Law! It was made in a game jam that was revolved around Pride. Specifically a TOUHOU Pride Jam. And there's another one this year that's currently happening right now. I'm pretty sure it's still in progress. We'll see what kind of products turn up from creative minds. But I remember I played this visual novel before, and it was really cute, kind of funny, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. And so I want to share it. The second game is one that I haven't touched yet, and it just recently came out, I think. It's called Sapphire Panlogism, and that one is a proper bullet hell. I suppose like the main drawing point was the mention, like, you have your choice of Reimu and Marissa, but along with like 2 or 3 unexpected character choices, and I don't know who they could be. Gaze in my TOUHOU, what? Okay, see, Duck, there's about... I'm gonna try to explain this in as much of a nutshell as I can. There's as many lesbians in TOUHOU as there are spell card users. think that's about all I want to describe for now. Also, really quickly, just in terms of my streams, this Thursday, on the 10th, uh-oh, delete. Notable lesbian Renosuke. Renosuke has a boyfriend. And I'm gonna leave that statement as you can chalk up the conclusions on your own. Alright. He's bi, but okay, well, whichever. My streams this Thursday. I'm not gonna be streaming this Thursday. Instead, I'm going to be over on Rem's corner. We're gonna finally have another sleepover chat, like we did in our first 3 collabs. And this one is special because it's, you know, in the spirit of Pride. It's gonna be all about LGBTQIA+ relevant conversations, mainly about like our experiences, about being in the community and our stories, and you know, just kind of how we all came together and how we turned out the way we are. So look forward to that. But anyway, that's about it for now. Let's switch over and open Beneath the Willows. Also, just for the record, I'm plenty open to Renosuke being ace too. But like, it's not like that conflicts with like gay or bi or anything. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-doo. It's taking its sweet time to open up. Whoop. Here we are. So, Renosuke just doesn't strike me as being into women. Same! Absolutely. So as you can see, this visual novel is particularly about Kogabanki, Kugasa and Sekibanki. Yeah! Yeah, it's from Waka. She did all the art. And yeah, for those unaware, Waka listed in credits down below. This is her Twitter, you know, in collaboration with Fiona Kindbio, Touhou Pride Jam 2. Again, that might have been last year, I don't remember. And then music credits. Sound effects, made in Ren'P, and then Touhou, yeah, property of Team Shanghai Alex. So believe it or not, the artist, simply known as Waka, I actually am fairly good friends with her. Um, we haven't been in contact too much, but like, you know, I always loved her stuff, and, you know, she supported me, and, you know, obviously, like, for those not in the know, Waka is a TOUHOU lesbian artist and is most popular for drawing Kagero and Wakasagi Hime, Kagewaka for short. She's pretty much the queen of that ship. Um, and yeah, she has also clearly contributed to Kogabanki. Um, I have to admit, I'm not too familiar with Fiona, but like, obviously, like, we're part of like LGBTQ plus TOUHOU fans. Um, and like, yeah, uh, let's just jump right in. This game is super cute. Super, super cute. Some people say that love is the most wonderful thing on earth. That it changes your life forever, and it helps you take on every day with a spring in your step. There they be. There's Fish Wolf. Waka, your eyes are so beautiful under the moonlight. I could lose myself staring into them, you know that? Oh, Kagero, I stay up at night thinking about you. I hope we stay together from now until the end of time. This visual novel is very, 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 very gay. We will, Waka. I promise. Now get over here so I can feel the warmth of your lips against... Are you two done yet? Personally, I'm not convinced. That's awfully rude of you, Bonky. You're having a moment, in case you didn't notice. I'm well aware. You have a moment every time we hang out. Sorry if the magic isn't there for me anymore. Aw, is that jealousy I'm hearing? Don't worry, Bonky. I'm sure you'll find that special someone eventually. Me? Jealous of you? Keep dreaming. These two rays of sunshine are Kagero and Wakasagi. As much as I regret admitting it sometimes, they're basically my best friends. The three of us make up the Yokai grassroots network here in Gensokyo. We come from different walks of life, but we're all united by a common goal. Even if some of us are more enthusiastic about it than others. Anyway, as acting president and extremely glamorous founder of the Grassroots Network, I declare that today's meeting is now in session. Vice President Wakasagi, anything new to report? Yes, ma'am. Earlier today, I caught two of my personal guards murmuring at each other from across the hall. From the way they were blushing, there's no doubt that they're potential membership candidates. Oh my, that is promising. Be sure to keep an eye on them. New blood would do a lot to boost our presence in Gensokyo. Almighty Super Boss, I have a question. Double Vice President Sekibanki, you have the floor. How are we going to bring two more mermaids to our meetings? You already have your hands full carrying Waka out of the lake. Huh. You know, I never thought of that. Maybe we could try holding meetings at the palace instead? That just raises further questions. Unless you figured out a way to grow gills anyway. She has a point there. I could try establishing an undersea branch of the society? Something to think about when we have more members. That makes sense. Good job catching that, Bonky. That's my job around here. Someone has to keep you nerds in check after all. Kagero amazes and confuses me in equal measure. She's got an endless supply of passion and drive, but her grasp of common sense is sketchy at best. Waka is more sensible, but sometimes she gets too caught up in the lovey-dovey act to think straight. To my memory, she never thinks straight. stream glitching out? Kinda into Misumaru and Raymond? Favorite TOUHOU ship from a new game? Let me think. Okay. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, my internet has been flunky today, so... Streaming is always a little tentative. Lately. My favorite TOUHOU ship in the new game... I'm not sure I have one yet. Okay, good. Goody. I will say I'm fond of Sanyo and, Chimatsu, I think is her name? Stage 6 boss. And I know Bun is a very big fan of, super stone butch, centipede girl. Yeah, I'm not sure I have any solid ships as of yet. Anyway, I like to think I'm the bedrock their wild ambitions are built upon. They tend to get carried away, but they've got their hearts in the right place. Not that I ever tell them that, but still. What about you, Double Vice President? Anything to declare? Nothing. Well, maybe one thing. Should probably let you know I will make it to tomorrow's meeting. Oh? It's unusual for you to miss a session, Bonky. Yeah, well, I'm going on a date. Sorry, I couldn't hear that. I said I'm going on a date, okay? With this girl I met recently. For a moment, the forest goes deathly quiet. Kagura and Waka look at each other and their eyes shimmer with a matching glint. Then they're all over me. Oh my gosh, congratulations! What kind of person is she? Cute as a button? Crushingly handsome? Stupendously rich? What kind of day do you have planned? Hiking to the peak of Yokai Mountain? Touring all the shrines to bless your relationship? Oh, I've heard the old hell has some great tourism spots nowadays. Can both of you please keep it in your dresses for 5 seconds? Sorry. You just get really excited hearing about people in love, that's all. More like mindlessly hysterical. Seriously, I think I saw Kagura frothing at the mouth for a second. Look, it's a low-key thing right now. We're gonna hang out around the human village, figure it out as we go. It's not like the bullshit you see in your pulpy romance novels. Hey! I'll have you know that My Wife is a Sexy Tengu Lawyer is a literary masterpiece. I'm morbidly curious about that title, but I'll let it slide. Anyway, consider yourselves informed. I need to head home and get prepared, so have the rest of the meeting without me. Wait! You've never been on a date before, right? Are you sure you're gonna be okay? It can't be that complicated. This is the sort of thing all girls know, isn't it? She's doomed, isn't she? Definitely. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Aren't I always? I better get back to the lake then. I'll need to arrange things with the court alchemist. And I'll need to get some props together. It's gonna take some elbow grease, but I think we can make this work. In the name of girls who love girls. really into Megumu and that fox. Ah, yeah. Momoyo and Oku? That's interesting. Yeah, Megumu hot. she good. It's a crisp, cold morning as the sun rises over the human village. Farmers tend to their crops and livestock, and the sound of laughing children carries from somewhere in the distance. I notice all this from where I usually do, far, far away from anyone human. I've never been comfortable around them, but ever since that incident, I'd rather not think about it. I should be fine if I keep my distance at least. She should have been here by now. Did I get the time wrong? Oh crap. What if she showed up an hour ago and left because she thought I was standing her up? What if I'm too early? Will I just be standing here looking weird for who knows how long? Do they call the Shrine Maiden on loiterers? I bet those farmers are already giving me weird looks behind my back. Damn it, how do I look? I got up early to prepare, but I'm still new to all this preening stuff. Kagero gave me tips on how to show up my girly side, but... Boogity boogity boo! Why? Why does she keep doing that? Got you again, huh? You're such a scaredy cat, Bonky. Scared? Me? Never. I was just, impressed by that cow over there. Look at the size of that thing. Sure you were. Whatever helps you sleep at night. This is Kugasa. She's an umbrella yokai I bumped into a few weeks ago. Specifically, she's a Tsukumogami, a human tool that came to life after being thrown away. Apparently, her old owner thought she looked too weird and abandoned her. While I'll admit her outfit isn't easy on the eye, I think it's got a real charm to it. It's a lot more attractive than my boring-ass look anyway. Hey, is that makeup you're wearing? A little bit. I never tried using it by myself before. How badly did I screw it up? You look fine! To be honest, I feel kind of underdressed now. Should have at least washed the rain off before I touched down. Don't talk about yourself like that. I'd sell an arm to look half as cute as you do. Aww, thanks, Bonky. God damn, that sounded corny. Why does being around this girl make me talk like an idiot? I don't know if it's that stupid smile or the way she sticks out her tongue, or how the light dances across her eyes and brings out her... hello? We're at the Bonky. You still there? What? Oh, sorry. Still early in the morning. I guess I'm not quite awake yet. Oh yeah, I get that a lot. Wanna go for a walk outside the village first? Exercise is great for shaking the cobwebs out of your brain. I think I'd appreciate that. Thanks. We take the first few steps along a well-trodden path, wet dirt squelching lightly beneath our feet. I give myself a slap on the cheek when Kugasa isn't looking to bring my IQ back to its usual level. The way she makes me feel is weird, but not in a bad way. It's like being blind your whole life and then seeing color for the first time. I wonder if she feels the same way about me. Probably not, now that I think about it. Why would she? She's so effortlessly cute and girly, and I'm just... My darling, it's a truly delightful day out, is it not? Why yes, dear, it most certainly is. Perfect day for loving couples to tally forth in private trysts, if I may say so. Oh, you flirt. You mustn't speak like that in public, darling. Think of the indecent ideas you could put in the heads of today's youth. Well, those two were a little odd. You think they might be tourists? Something like that. Hey, can you go on ahead? I'll catch up with you in a couple minutes. Sure? Take your time, I guess. Kugasa heads down the path towards the river. Thankfully, she can't see the grimace crawling across my face right now. I let her walk out of earshot before I turn to deal with these unwanted guests. You two. What are you doing here? Oh my, darling! Is she speaking to us? That would be rather unusual, dear. After all, we've never met this girl before in our lives. You're not gonna fool me with those stupid accents, you know. Oh. Save us all some time and drop the act. See, Kagura? I told you we were overdoing it. Drat. Maybe one night with Jiangxi was a bad source for believable dialogue. Okay, seriously, what sort of garbage does this woman read? Monkey, don't lose your head. Why are you stalking me during my date? And since when did Waka have legs? Oh, these? A little potion I've had the Royal Alchemist working on. They're a little wobbly, but they work well enough. I even have all the toes I'm supposed to. And we weren't stalking you, per se. It's more like we were watching over you from a distance. That's literally the definition of stalking. It's not stalking if we do it with good intentions. We were worried about you, okay? This is your first time on a date, and we wanted to make sure it went smoothly. You're still at an early stage in your journey, so to speak. We thought it'd hurt your self-confidence if today went badly. So we're gonna be helping you out a little from the shadows. Nothing obvious, though. You'll hardly even notice we're here. Given their idea for what qualifies as stealth, I'm not sure I believe that. Still, I guess it's nice to know they have my back. And even if I told them to leave me alone, they'd probably just tag along anyway. They're stubborn like that. Okay, fine. But you'd better not make things awkward. Bonky dear, when have I ever disappointed you? I'd go through the list, but I don't want to leave Kugasa hanging for an hour. Later. Well, that went better than I expected. I knew that she'd have faith in us. Now hurry up and help me get into this costume. Oh my god. Y'all. Y'all aren't ready. How is Waka just standing there? She has legs. The dirt path winds around a while longer before giving way to paved stone. Willow branches hang over the walkways, so low we have to duck around them at times. The river laps gently against the shore, the waves rolling in sync with the rustling leaves above. This place used to be a fishing outpost, but it was abandoned once the fish started biting back. All that's left are the old walkways, a half-rotted pier, and a wooden boat lying upended on the riverbed. You live around here, don't you? Seems like it'd be awfully lonely. That's part of the appeal. No loud-ass neighbors and no awkward run-ins with people I barely know. Means I get to meet the world on my terms. Oh, that does sound like your kind of thing, Bonky. And it explains why you freaked out so badly when we first met. Please don't remind me. I've dedicated a good chunk of my brain to forgetting. Oh, come on, it was great. Why, I remember it like it was yesterday. Oh golly gee, it sure is a wonderful day outside. So wonderful, in fact, that its beauty has caused me to lower my guard. It would truly be a shame if some devious trickster managed to catch me by surprise. But only a true expert could ever hope to surprise a jaded young woman like me. Boogity boogity boo! Egads! That was a magnificent scare you gave me. I have no choice but to compliment your masterful work in the art of spooking. Think nothing of it, fellow yokai. After all, this is a mere fraction of my power. Why, if I were to ever unleash my full potential... Okay, I'm gonna stop you there before you get too caught up in your own bullshit. Aw, but that's how it happened. I mean, maybe I brushed over a few of the minor details, but... My head popped off, and you thought you'd scared me to death. I came to around the time you started trying to bury me. It took 20 minutes to get all the dirt out of my nose. Why did you have to ruin my perfectly good memory with the truth? Kugasa slumps forward, hiding her face beneath her umbrella. Oh. She loses the will to keep walking and starts to hover a few inches above the ground. You're right, though. I'm bad at this whole spooking business, aren't I? Wait, that's not what I... You're the only person I've ever managed to scare properly. Everyone else thinks I look like some kind of eggplant monster. You know who's afraid of eggplants? Nobody. Well, maybe little kids who don't want to eat their veggies, but they just whack me with sticks instead. Oh crap. I think I sent her into one of her sadness spirals. Kugasa's cheery most of the time, but when she gets upset, she gets really upset. Come on, Bonky, think. What would Kagero say at a time like this? Just think of the corniest line you can imagine and spit it out. Fear not, young lamb. Though your form may not strike terror in most, the trained eye can draw out the endless wonder within. What, so you think I'm ugly? Is that what you're trying to say? No, see, it was a metaphor about how real beauty is on the inside, and... I knew it! You think I'm a weirdo, too! Ah! Damn it, all that did was make it worse. How does Kagero make the smooth talk look so easy? This is bad. If I don't do something fast, she's gonna be crying all week. If those two dummies are still watching, now would be a great time for them to... What was that? You're kidding me. Oh no! The dreaded Lugaroo is headed for the human village! At this rate, all of Gensokyo will be in danger! Someone's yelling out to us from behind the willow trees. I don't even need to look to guess who it is. I knew these two had poor grasp of subtlety, but really? My, how terrifying! The legends say that only a strong and beautiful young maiden can defeat this beast. But where shall we ever find one of those? So they want me to save the damsel in distress from the mighty wolf, huh? That's the sort of plot you find in a lazy genre fiction. Exactly what Kagero would come up with, basically. Psst! Bucky! That's your cue! Gee, thanks. Never would have guessed. But still, I'm not sure I'm okay with this. Won't rescuing Kugasa just make her feel worse about herself? Right now, I'd prefer if she was the one saving me. Wait a second. That gives me an idea. It's not what Kagero would have in mind, but if my hunch is right... Hey, Kugasa. I hear that thing loves the taste of eggplants. Eggplants? You mean it thinks that I'm a... You're not gonna let it treat you like that, are you? Show that creature exactly how you feel. Huh? Sorry, Kagero. You don't deserve what's about to happen. Probably. You... flea-bitten, half-breed, bone-fetching mutt! Kagasa marches straight into the Lugaroo's face. She draws back her umbrella like a bat, channeling decades of pent-up frustration into a single strike. Boogity! Boogity! Boo! The mighty wolf manages a puzzled yelp before she's sent flying into the air. She stays airborne for a good 5 seconds before she slams headfirst into the river. Did I overdo it? Yeah, maybe a little. Didn't think you were that strong, honestly. I may not look it, but I've actually fought with the Shrine Maiden before. I didn't win, but I made her work hard for it. Glad you seem to be back to your old self. Yeah! I just needed a chance to vent, I think. Whatever that monster was, it had some really good timing. On that note, we should probably get moving. The Shrine Maiden will show up soon to investigate, and we don't want to be here when she does. Ah, good point. Wanna head back to the village, then? All that walking's given me an appetite. Sounds great. Lead the way. Oh my gosh, Kagero! Are you alright? Oh. Waka, tell your 3 sisters to give me some breathing space. We head toward the human village, and Kugasa leads to a local pub. The name Gidonte is hung over the entrance, along with the smiling whale serving as the business mascot. A weird choice, but I guess whales drink a lot? Should be pretty quiet at this hour. All the usual customers are still out working the fields. It doesn't take long for Kugasa to find an empty table. She takes a seat at the back corner, resting her umbrella against the wall beside her. You'd think two yokai strolling into a human bar in broad daylight would garner some attention, especially with how Kagasa stands out. But all we get as we look over the menu is the odd side glance from the waitress. In truth, there's an unspoken truce between humans and yokai. As long as we keep to ourselves and play by the rules, they'll pretend they didn't see anything. If we start causing trouble, though, well, that's when the Shrine Maiden gets involved. Eventually, we pick out some simple dishes and fill in the waitress. She scribbles the order down, then heads into the kitchen to start preparing the food. So, why don't you tell me a bit about yourself? You've never been very open about how you spend your time. There isn't really much to say. I'm a pretty boring person, especially compared to you. Oh, come on. I bet you got a ton of great stories to share. Give yourself a little more credit. She's not just saying that, is she? She really is interested in who I am. I can't say I understand what she sees in me, but I guess it'd be rude to leave her hanging. Fine, if you insist. Yay! So what do you like to do in your spare time? Not much, really. I come to the village whenever I need groceries, but otherwise I mostly keep to myself. Oh, but there is this one group I hang out with a lot. A couple of friends I made during a tough time in my life. I barely have 2 brain cells between them, but they're good people at heart. That sounds wonderful. I'd like to meet these friends of yours sometime. I mean, you already have. Huh? Nothing. Just talking to myself. Alright then. What about work? Do you have a job or anything? Not anymore. I used to help out down at the village school, but... But what? Did you get fired or something? Ugh. I knew this was gonna come up eventually. Okay, Bonky, you practiced this in the mirror 100 times. Just say it and get it over with. Hey, Kogasa? How feminine do you think I am? Huh? Where's this coming from? Just answer the question. Well, you're not exactly the frilly dress and lipstick type. That's why I was surprised when I saw you had makeup on today. Why do you ask? Nope. It's not coming out. I'm trying my best, but the words are clogging up my throat. Now I've gone and made things awkward. When is that waitress gonna show up with our food? Hi there, you two! Wait, who are you? The waitress who took our order was a lady. Oh, she came down with a cold. Very sudden, very tragic. I'm taking over while she recovers. But let's keep our attention on the good news. I'm proud to announce you two are our 5,000th customers here at Gaidonte. Congrats to both of you. Ooh, there's a prize for this, right? What do we win? In commemoration of this moment, we've prepared a special cake for you to enjoy. Just give me a second and I'll bring it out for you. Wow, what a day, huh? Although I can't help but think I know that girl's voice from somewhere. Anyway, what were you talking about before? Never mind. Let's just eat for now. That was dangerous. I know I have to tell her eventually, but just thinking about it makes my stomach hurt. Waka chose a great moment to bail me out. Actually, on that note, how did they talk the pub into this? I know Waka is royalty and all, but this is a lot to set up on short notice. They did get permission for this stunt, right? Right? Here we are! Let's give a big round of applause to the happy couple! More like gay, don't they? Yuck, yuck. Nyuk, nyuk. Okay, I'll take that as a no. There is no way any human vetted this. Huh? Couple? Wait a second, we're just on our first date. Oh, nonsense! With how well you two go together, I'm sure you'll be tying the knot in no time. Think of this as a sample of what your wedding cake will be like. Now, let me just set this down for you and... Ah! Waka's foot slides along a puddle of spilled beer. A normal human could recover from a slip like that, but she's only had a few hours to learn how legs work. She buckles backwards and gravity does the rest. No! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry! I swear I didn't mean that. I'm just not used to the whole walking thing and... Hey, that girl stole my hat! She doesn't even work here! Thanks for coming. Hope to see you soon, okay? Thanks, bye! Damn it, get back here! Waka darts out of the pub with the waitress hot on her tail. For all her trouble walking, she's really good at running away. Kugasa, are you okay? I'll go grab some napkins if you need help with... What? Kagasa starts laughing out of nowhere, almost loud enough to make the table shake. My first thought is that she's finally snapped, but the smile climbing up her face is remarkably genuine. Oh, that was fantastic! The build-up, the timing, the impact? Even I couldn't have seen it coming! This is gonna make great reference material for my next scare! She's happy. She's soaked from head to toe in crumbs and icing, and she's having the time of her life. It's both utter nonsense and absolutely something Kugasa would do. It was pretty funny, wasn't it? Before I knew it, I'm laughing too. I know I should be angry, but her smile just wipes all those feelings away. It feels as if my chest is melting from the inside, like one of those fancy Western chocolates. Is this what love feels like? Because if it is, maybe those idiots really do have a point. Okay, but all jokes aside, I'd really appreciate those napkins. I think Mr. Broly has icing stuck in his eye. Oh, right. One sec, let me get that for you. Once all the mess got cleaned up, the owner came out to apologize for the hassle. We got our meals on the house, and even some free bottles of their homemade sake. Wow! The bottle's not even open, and I can smell this stuff. I bet it has one heck of a kick. Probably, but we should leave it for another time. Yokai getting drunk in the streets will garner the wrong kind of attention. Ah, fair point. We step out into the village proper. The streets are livelier now, but there's still enough space that we don't bump into anyone. It should be safe for me to walk around town, right? The kids are all at school, so... I think there's still crumbs stuck in my dress. I can feel them rolling down my back. Yuck. Any way I can help out? I don't think so, sorry. It's gonna take a full change of clothes to fix this. And I'm guessing you don't have a spare outfit on you. Sadly, no. Let's call it a day here, then. We can try this again some other... Whoa, do my ears deceive me? Simply of a young maiden in need of a new apparel. A voice calls out to us as we walk past a side alley. I jerk my head around to look, only to be greeted with a familiar face. Greetings, madams! I couldn't help but overhear your distress. I understand you are in need of a fresh outfit. Bongi, does this seem a little too convenient for you? Hardly the first strange thing to happen to us today. That's true. My horoscope did say to expect surprises at every turn. I thought they meant I'd do a lot of spooking, but this makes sense too. And that said, are you okay, miss? It looks like you took quite a bump to the head. Oh, that? Merely a birthmark. Don't pay it any heed. I think it's bleeding. It's a very stubborn birthmark. Look, do you want the dress or not? I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't think I can afford it. Business at the forge has been pretty slow lately. Oh, nonsense! I'm not gonna charge you. Consider this an act of charity for a fellow lady in need. That explains why you work in a back alley. Quiet, you. Now, ma'am, if you'll just follow me. Kagura leads Kugasa down into the alley away from prying eyes. Just to be safe, I take up a position standing guard at the entrance. I'm glad those two idiots are cleaning up after themselves. It's their fault Kagasa got caked to begin with. I get that they want to help, and that's great. It's just a shame they're so bad at it. And they're taking their time on this, aren't they? I guess a lot of work goes into fitting a dress. Body measurements, trimming fabrics, things like that. Kagura has always had a better eye for clothes than me. I'm kind of curious what's happening back there, but I don't want to interrupt anything. Better to keep an eye out for any wannabe voyeurs. Like the man over there, for example. He's been glancing in this direction for a while now. He looks like the type who'd peek over the fence at a hot spring. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. Hey, you! The guy notices me eyeing him and shuffles over to me with an uneven step. There's no way this grandpa could pose a threat to me, but I'd rather keep this civil. Sorry, sir, my friend's getting changed back there. And no, I'm not gonna take any bribes for... You're him, aren't you? Excuse me? I stand my ground, but I can feel my knees quaking beneath me. The old man moves so close I can feel his breath on my neck. It's warm, and it reeks of booze. Oh God. Does he know? Should I run? No, that's as good as confessing. Just don't react, and maybe he'll change his mind. He's looking me dead in the eye. It takes all my nerve to stare back without letting sweat pour down my face. The standoff only lasts a few seconds, but for me it feels like forever. Guess I was mistaken. Sorry about that, ma'am. Finally he pulls away, lowering his head in a half-hearted apology. I only realize I've been holding my breath when it gushes out of me in a heavy sigh. But that cross-dressing bastard was showing his head around these parts again. Can't believe that creep got so close to my son. Is that so? Don't you worry, little lady. That piece of shit's probably yokai food by now. And if he does come back, we'll beat the sickness right out of him. He walks away, laughing to himself as he stabs his cane against the footpath. It isn't until he's well out of sight that my heart stops trying to rip itself open. Nothing's changed. I thought human tempers might have cooled off after a few months, but the scorn in his voice was as fresh as ever. I'm lucky it was just one of the parents. The kids would have recognized me for sure. Shit, I'm still shaking. Why'd this have to happen now? I'm just trying to have a nice day with a girl I like. Is that so much to ask? Okay, Bunky. Stay calm. Breathe. It's gonna be okay. Keep your distance, and you'll be fine. Remember what Kagura said. You can't let them scare you out of being yourself. Hey, Bunky? Kugasa calls out from behind me while I'm lost in thought. It looks like she didn't see any of that conversation. Just as well. There's no way I'd be able to explain it to her right now. Yeah? What is it? Well, I'm done changing, but... She's poking her head out from behind her wall, ready to hide away at any moment. Given her usual sense of energy, it's strange to see her this timid. What's up? You didn't get forced into anything skimpy, right? No, nothing like that. It's just... I don't know if I can pull this look off. Might have too much of an eggplant vibe. You'll be fine. I mean, that mysterious tailor woman seemed like she had good taste. Whatever she picked out for you, I'm sure looks great. You promise you won't laugh? Cross my heart, hope to die, and so on. Kokasa nods, then dips behind the wall again. I hear her suck in a deep breath before she finally steps out into the open. Well, how is it? Wow. Note to self. Remember to thank Kagero later. You're staring. Ugh, it looks terrible, doesn't it? I'll just go back and get changed real quick. No, don't. You look amazing, Kugasa. Seriously. Huh? You mean it? Empty praise has never been my style. We both know that. Okay. Thanks, Bunky. She smiles, and the dress only makes her expression brighter. God, I could spend all day looking at that dopey grin of hers. Kanga really pulled through on this one. So where to now? There's still a little time before sunset. Want to check out the open market? Actually, before that, can I ask you to do me a favor? It'll be really fast, I promise. Huh? Sure, I guess. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. Great! Just come back here in a second. Kugasa takes my arm and leads me back into the alley. Kagero's already left, but she's probably keeping an eye on stuff from a distance. And there's a barrel lying in the middle of the street with a few scraps of fabric hanging over the edges. Give me one moment, okay? Gotta find something real quick. She dives headfirst into the barrel, rummaging through until something catches her eye. When she comes back up, she's holding another dress. Similar to the one she's wearing, but colored a pale red. Oh, did you want help choosing between these? Because if I'm being honest, the purple looks better on you. No, silly. This one's for you. What? So remember how you were fretting about not being girly enough earlier? I was thinking a new outfit might help you with that. And the wolf lady said I could take whatever I wanted from in there, so... She steps closer to me, her expression beaming as she holds up the dress. It takes a few seconds for me to really process what she's suggesting. Once I do, panic takes hold of me. Kogasa, I'm touched. I really am. But I don't think this is a good idea. Come on, it's fine. Nobody's looking, and you can change back if you don't like it. Yeah, but if I do, you'll see... My chest caves in on itself. Why the hell did I say that? Huh? See what? What are you talking about? Damn it, damn it, damn it! I can't just play it off now. I have to tell her the truth. It'll be fine, right? She's not closed-minded like those humans are. I'm sure she'll understand. What if she doesn't, though? Wait, what? What the hell is wrong with you? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting! Get away from me! The image flashes in front of my eyes on its own. And they're coming from a different set of lips, but the words themselves are painfully familiar. I still hear them in my nightmares. Bonky? What's wrong? She wouldn't say that. I know she wouldn't say that. But what if I'm wrong? What if she's like all the others? What if it's like last time all over again? Come on, Bonky, say something. You're scaring me. Her voice is trembling. She knows something's up. I have to tell her. I have to. But I can't. I have to, but I can't. I have to, but I can't. I have to, but I can't. Hey, wait! Where are you going? Survival instincts kick in. Adrenaline floods my veins. I have to go. Somewhere. Anywhere that isn't here. I'm sorry, Kogasa. If only I wasn't such a coward. Bonky! Please, slow down! By the time I've started running, Bonky's already finished into the crowd. Yeah, perspective shift. The village streets split across a dozen junctions, and she could have taken any of them. I don't make it far before I have to stop for breath. I'm not much of a sprinter. Usually I just go wherever the wind takes me. There's no way I can catch up with her now. Did I say something wrong? My head is still spinning from what just happened. All I did was ask her to try on a dress. Is she really that sensitive about how she looks? What's going on here? Where did Bonky go? I don't know. I asked her to put on an outfit, and she got really twitchy about it, and she was trying to tell me something, and... She never came out to you. That's why she's been acting weird all day. How the hell did I miss it? Came out? What does that mean? And wait, are you saying that you know Bonky? Long story. I'll explain later. Right now we need to get out of here and find her before... Sorry, but you two aren't going anywhere. That voice. Every yokai in Gensokyo knows that voice. And usually it's the prelude to one hell of a beatdown. The Shrine Maiden? You two. You were hanging around the Geidonte pub earlier, weren't you? I got a report that a yokai had been impersonating one of their staff members. Wait, that wasn't us! I mean, I saw it happen, but... A likely story. Did you have any idea how much I'd love a day to myself without you little gremlins stirring trouble? I shouldn't even have opened my mouth. Rimu's method for solving incidents is shoot first, ask questions never. In fact, she's already reaching for her ceiling talismans. This is a disaster. Bonky's missing. We're about to get clobbered, and there's nothing I can do about it. No. There is one thing. Wolf Lady, you know what's going on with Bonky, right? Yeah, but why... Oh no, you wouldn't. If the Shrine Maiden wants a fight, I can give her one. Just make sure to help Bonky with whatever she's going through. Starting to understand what she sees in you. Glad to see I'm not a disappointment. Now get out of here! The Wolf Lady nods, then runs off through one of the side alleys. I'm left by myself to face down the Shrine Maiden. A situation every yokai in Gensokyo has nightmares about. I didn't have you pegged as a self-sacrificing type. What can I say? I'm just full of surprises. 3 spell cards sound good to you? I'd call that a warm-up, but I guess it's better than nothing. I already know this is gonna hurt. I've been exterminated a few times already, and it's never been fun. But if it's for Bonky's sake, I think I'm okay taking a few bumps. Ready? Set... Duel! Spercado! Wolf Lady, I hope you know what you're doing. I didn't have a destination in mind when I started running. I just wanted to get away from the mess I'd made for myself. But I guess it makes sense that I'd find my way back here. This place is safe. Nature doesn't judge me. It won't turn on me for being myself. It's lonely, but sometimes loneliness is better than the alternative. God damn it. It's over. I fucked up. Everything was going fine, and then I had to ruin it all at the last minute. Now Kugasa probably thinks I'm some sort of maniac. I don't think I can talk to her anymore. That question's always going to be hanging in the air. Actually, maybe I should just avoid the village altogether. All that place has ever brought me is misery. There you are. I had a feeling I'd find you here. Kagura steps out from behind a tree. The expression on her face is quiet, but intense. It's a far cry from her usual bombastic routine. Mind if I take a seat? I manage a half nod. She lowers herself into the grass beside me. I can just make out the shape of her body beneath that flowing dress. It's so much like mine, but she carries it with confidence I could never have. A jolt of envy runs across my chest. So, you never told her? No. No, I didn't. Bonky, what the hell were you thinking? Waka and I assumed you'd filled her in before you even suggested a date. Were you really planning on keeping it from her the whole time? I tried to tell her, I swear. I closed my eyes, and I'm back there again. The parents screaming themselves hoarse in fury. The children cackling like rabid hyenas. The cruel promises of what would happen if I ever came back. I was scared, okay? all I could think about was how it'd feel if she rejected me. I really like her, and I didn't want to screw that up by saying something stupid. That turned out great, didn't it? I bet she never wants to speak to me again. And who would blame her? Banki. Kagero wraps an arm around me, her hand pressing down on my shoulder. Her grip is tight, but not overbearing. She must have a lot of experience with pep talks like this. It's okay to be scared. Heck, after what you went through, I'd be more surprised if you weren't. But that's what we're here for, remember? We? Another hand claps around my shoulder. I look around and another smiling face stares back. Did you forget already, dummy? You're just the sort of person the Grassroots Network was made for. But we can't help if we don't know there's a problem. You need to stop bottling this stuff up, okay? Consider that an order from your magnificent founder. Damn it, that's not fair. How am I supposed to stay mad when she spouts nonsense like that? She might not want to see me anymore. Do you really think there's still a chance? Banki, your girlfriend fought off the Shrine Maiden so I could find you. Would someone who didn't care about you do that sort of thing? Shrine Maiden? Are you serious?
It was a great fight, actually. Lots of pretty colors everywhere. But the outcome was... well, you can guess for yourself.
That dumbass. Of course she'd take a chance like this to play the hero. Why are all my friends allergic to rational thought? Where is she now? She touched down somewhere around the village school. From how intense the fight was, she's probably in no state to fly home. The school. It'd have to be there, wouldn't it? Sometimes reality has a messed up sense of humor.
It's okay if you want to leave it to us. We've got a lot of bad memories there, so...
No. It's my fault Kokasa got hurt to begin with. I want to be the one to get her out of this mess. And after that, I'll tell her the truth about me. Assuming, you two are willing to help. Of course. That's what friends are for, after all. The pair of them hug me tight, and I can't help but feel warm in their embrace. They might be dumbasses, but I'll be damned if they aren't my dumbasses.
By the way, Kagero, isn't this kind of like that one scene in the book you lent me?
Ah, you mean To Kiss a Dragon? I'm very fond of that one. Especially the part where the heroine confesses at the Abbey, not realizing it's her love interest on the other side of the...
Shh! Spoilers!
Even if their taste in literature is kind of unsettling.
Cute!
So, the good news is that I'm not dead.
Ow, ow, ow.
The fight with Reimu went about as I expected. I'm sore basically everywhere, but we yokai are pretty sturdy. I'll be back to normal in a day or two. For now, though, I won't be doing a lot of fighting, or flying, or running. Heck, even walking is pretty tough. Good thing Mr. Broly doubles as a crutch in emergencies. Oh, Mr. Broly is the umbrella? Most of the humans are still willing to ignore me. I'm clearly not in any state to cause trouble, and they figure getting exterminated is punishment enough. I wonder where Banki is now. How's she doing? That wolf lady seemed to know what was going on, but...
There she is! That's the one the Shrine Maiden shot down!
A dozen footsteps roll up the road behind me. Before I know it, I've been surrounded by a gang of schoolchildren. None of them go any higher than my chest, but there's no space to walk around them.
I knew she went down around here. Not so tough now, are ya? Yeah!
One of the kids, a few inches taller than the other, steps forward and shoves me by the shoulder. The other kids start joining in, grabbing and tugging at my dress.
Hey, quit it! Didn't your parents teach you about playing nice? Shut up! No stupid yokai tells us what to do. Yeah, you tell him, Ken. This is our town. Uh-oh. These must be the farmers' kids. They're a lot more aggressive than the city folk when it comes to yokai. Normally I just fly over their heads, but in my current state... Look at that dumb umbrella she's got. It looks like an eggplant. No, it doesn't! Mr. Broly doesn't look like anything! She even gave it a name! What a loser. Eggplant! Eggplant! The teasing and shoving keeps piling on. It'd be easy for me to just smack one of these kids in the face, but then I'd be attacking a human. That's the sort of thing that get me exterminated. Without the quotation marks this time. All I can do is take it and wait for them to get bored. Damn it, what a rotten way for a date to end. I hope Bonky's in a better state than me right now, but... Get away from her. Bonky? Without thinking, I let out a sigh of relief. She looks a lot livelier than the last time I saw her. She's not alone either. A wolf girl is right behind her, along with... Isn't that the fake waitress from earlier? These are the kids you had to look after, Bonky? Man, you deserved way more than they paid you. So brutish and violent. It's almost like they never had any lessons in proper etiquette. The leader of the kids looks flustered at first, but his eyes quickly lock onto Bonky. He grins darkly, like a predator swooping down on his next meal. Hey, I know you! Look, everyone, it's the sicko who thinks he's a girl! Wow, it is! I thought this freak got chased out of town! But you feel great wearing that skirt, don't you, you damn perv? Huh? Wait, what are they saying? Bonky is a guy? But that can't be right. Bonky is Bonky, isn't she? Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. I said to leave her alone. Bonky sounds tough, but I can see her hands shaking at her sides. I don't know why, but the kid's words are hitting her pretty hard. Oh yeah? Or else what, you damn weirdo? Or else you'll be making an enemy of the Grassroots Yokai network. And trust me, you don't want that. Bonky reaches up with one arm and grabs the top of her head, then yanks it clean off her neck. The laughing stops not long after that. Bonky capitalizes on the initial shock, juggling her own head like some twisted circus act. Sorry, I bumped my mic. Meanwhile, her friends are lining up behind her, pulling the meanest faces they've got. You've all been very bad children, haven't you? I hope you taste better than you look. You give me a tummy ache otherwise. Please don't eat me! I taste terrible! I eat way too much candy! You should be careful playing around the river from now on. It'd be an awful shame if some monster dragged you away for supper, wouldn't it? No! I'll be good, I swear! Just don't hurt me! Suddenly, these kids don't look so tough anymore. Some of them are already backing off, and their boss looks like he's about to start crying. Bonky slips her head back on as she approaches the leader, wearing a smile that says she's already won. You can't do anything to us! The Shrine Maiden will get you! Maybe. But it'll be too late for you by then, won't it? So if any of you are attached to those heads you're wearing, start running. Now! And that's the cry that shatters what's left of their spirit. The kids start shoving each other out of the way, scrambling to get as far away from us as possible. Soon all that's left of them are a few screaming dots on the horizon. Bonky slumps forward as soon as the coast is clear. Whatever her history with those kids was, this took a lot out of her. You look awful. Are you okay? That's my line, dumbass. What were you thinking, running off to play the hero like that? Being a risk-taker is part of my charm. Are you sure that was okay? Will you three get in trouble for threatening humans? Maybe, but that's a problem for later. Right now, we need to get you someplace safe. Here. Bonky comes up to me and offers her shoulder. I'm in no position to refuse, so I tip over and lean against her. I've never touched her shoulder before. Usually it's hidden under her cape, but now that I can feel it, it's wide, thick, almost masculine. Banki, are you... I've got a lot of explaining to do. By the time night falls, we're hidden away in a distant corner of the bamboo forest. There are a few chairs to sit at and a tree stump that's been haphazardly repurposed as a table. Finally! I don't think I'm a fan of having legs. They're too spindly and bony for my liking. Wakasagi, also known as Fake Waitress Lady, is half submerged in a bucket of water. Turns out on top of committing identity theft, she's also secretly a mermaid princess. Who knew? Well, the circumstances are a bit peculiar, but I'd like to open today's meeting of the Grassroots Yokai Network. I think you're the first new member we've had in a while, Miss Tadara. Just Kugasa is fine. So, first question, what exactly is this society for? Is it not obvious? We are defenders of love and justice, fighting day and night to protect those whom the masses would rather suffer in silence. Drop the theatrics, I'm begging you. What she means is that we're an LGBT society. LGBT? Wait, I think I've heard of that. Gay, bisexual, and... Actually, I don't know the last one. The T is for transgender. It's a little than the other three. Well, Kagero's more familiar with it than I am. Kagero? Sure thing. Transgender people are folk who don't associate with the gender they were born into. Their sense of who they are, their identity, doesn't fit into what society expects. I'll give myself as an example. I am a trans woman. I was born into a masculine body, but I identify as female. Not all cases are as clear-cut as that, but it's a good baseline to start from. Wait, I'm confused. You can be born a guy but feel like a girl? I've never heard about this before. Hang on. Banki, does this mean that you're... Banki is quiet for a long time. She glances over to Kagero, and the wolf nods at her in return. After what feels like hours, a few small words fall from her lips. Yes, I'm trans as well. Kagero smiles, and gives Banki a hearty pat on the back. Good job. I knew I had it in you. Yeah. Don't congratulate me for something I should have done forever ago. There's something a little different about Banki's expression. It's lighter, almost? As if some barrier's been pulled away. So when I tried to get you to wear the dress, that was why you panicked? Because I'd find out about your body? Yeah. I wanted to tell you, but there were issues. I've had some bad experiences before. Anyway, I understand if you're confused right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll answer what we can. And here we have a bunch of Q&A. What does being trans feel like? How does it feel to be transgender exactly? I've never even heard that phrase before. That's a bit of a vague question. Trans people don't relate to their birth gender, but that can be for a variety of reasons. In my case, there had always been this vague sense of dissatisfaction with my body. I'd look in the mirror, and the person staring back at me always felt like a stranger. I didn't like my hair, my voice, things like that. We call that sensation gender dysphoria, and it's one of the most common experiences trans people have. For other people, though, it's the other way around. Instead of their old gender making them feel bad, being a different gender makes them feel great. Again, I'll use myself as an example. In short, I love being a woman. Wearing dresses, growing out my hair, dating my beautiful lesbian girlfriend. All of that makes me want to jump for joy. The feelings will be called gender euphoria. I see. So taking on another gender can be a way to escape bad feelings, but also to enjoy good ones? Or a bit of both. There are even non-binary folk who don't associate with being male or female. Again, it's a person-to-person thing. Why have I never heard about this before? How come I've never heard of transgender people before? Are they 1 in a million or something? Actually, we're more common than you think.
That woman with the cape who runs all the Taoist business in Gensokyo, she's trans as well. Fuck yeah, she is! A lot of it depends on where you live. Most of Gensokyo has no issue with LGBT folk, but the human village moved far past the mindset they had a century ago. So yokai who live in these parts aren't very well informed.
It's the same in the Misty Lake, too. Merfolk society has strict expectations of who you're allowed to love. It's all stupid if you ask me, but they're so closed off from the rest of Gensokyo it might stay that way forever.
That's the reason I founded the Grassroots Yokai Network. There are still places in Gensokyo where yokai are scared to be themselves. To love who they're not supposed to love, or to love who they're not supposed to love, to be who they're not supposed to be. Our goal is to help those yokai discover who they really are. We educate, we campaign, and most importantly, we give people a safe place to experiment. Maybe one day we won't be needed anymore, but until then, we'll be here fighting the good fight.
Wow, you've got great friends, Bunky.
Shut up. Spend a week listening to them squeal about each other, then try saying that again.
Bunky, you said you'd had some bad experiences before. Is that why you stopped helping at the school?
It's okay. Take your time. I was a few weeks into transitioning. Things were going well, so I decided to confide in the school teacher about myself.
And she didn't take it well?
Actually, she was fine with it. She has a girlfriend of her own, apparently. The problem was that one of the school children was listening into that conversation. Rumors move fast in a village that small. Within a few days, all the parents knew my secret. Kane tried to vouch for me, but she was the only one woman against an angry mob. And they were very angry.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Bunky. I had no idea you'd been through something so terrible.
Of course you didn't. I told you. I should have, but I was worried history might repeat itself, I guess.
Wait, why can't you use magic to change your bodies? If there's a spell to turn mermaids into humans, surely there's one that can affect your gender. Unfortunately, magic is a lot more complicated than that. You need a detailed recipe and ritual customized to the person, and even then the effects wouldn't be long-lasting. The only reason I made it out here was because my court alchemist worked for weeks to find the exact concoction I'd need. If it took that much effort to be human for a day, how much harder do you think it is to make those changes permanent?
There are probably magicians out there researching a more general solution. And I've heard Aente is working on medication that can alter the body as well. But for now, we just have to make do with what we have.
Hell yeah, titty skittles. Oh, that's disappointing.
Believe me, I hear you. Anything else?
What was up with you two following us around all day? The wolf monster, the cake, the dress? What was your goal with all of that? Why, to help love blossom between two beautiful girls, of course. What other reason would we need?
Well, that is technically true. There's a little more to it than that. Baki tries her best to act tough, but she hasn't been living as a girl for very long, so her confidence in herself is still a little shaky. Hold on, are you shit-talking me in front of my date? It's true, though. Don't even try to pretend it isn't. Okay, maybe a little.
We were worried that she'd be disheartened if today went badly, so we wanted to help her out by making things a little livelier. Well, you definitely pulled that off. Today's been a lot more exciting than I expected it to be.
Even the part where the Shrine Maiden beat you up?
That was exciting too.
Just not in a fun way.
I'll probably have more questions later, but I think I'm good for now.
Good to hear. In that case, I guess we should start the meeting for real, and actually, before that, I'd like to say a few things. A lone figure steps out from between the stalks of bamboo. The sight of her face alone is enough to put everyone on guard. Reimu Hakure! Oh crap! Looks like we weren't as safe as we thought. Do you have any idea what time it is? I could be curled up at home with a bowl of rice and a cup of sake. But no, the villagers all want me to hunt down some yokai who threaten to eat their kids. How much of that conversation did you hear? More than enough. I never thought there'd be an LGBT society all the way out here. The human village would lose their minds if they heard about this. Everyone tenses up. Is she gonna fight us? Or worse? Luckily for you, I'm gonna make sure they won't. To everyone's surprise, Reimu puts away her Gohei. She's still loud and grumpy, but I don't think she's mad at us in particular. I owe you for giving those brats a good scare. Their parents don't give a shit, and no one else is willing to tell them off. Maybe they'll clean up their act now you've spooked them.
Wait, you're standing up for us rather than the humans? I thought it was your job to protect them.
You really don't know much about how I work, do you? Looking after Gensokyo means protecting you yokai as well. I just do the exterminating to keep the villagers happy. Actually, is it okay if I drop in on a few meetings in the future? On official business, obviously. But my girlfriend Sanai will be there too. At the mention of girlfriends, Kagero and Wakasagi jump to attention. Kagero picks up the bucket, carries it over her shoulder, and starts wagging her tail in excitement. Sanai, you say? As in the priestess from the Moria Shrine?
My goodness! Your shrines are locked in competition, but the two of you are linked by the crimson threads of fate. It's just like in sleeping with the sinful Shinigami.
Oh gods, I'm already regretting this decision.
Kagero walks Reimu into a corner to engage in a hearty discussion about girls loving girls.
Even from here, I can tell the conversation is intense. Definitely don't want to get too involved in that right now.
So, quite the day, huh?
No kidding. I'm probably gonna pass out for a week the moment I get home. There's an awkward silence for a moment. Something needs to be said, but it isn't clear.
There's an awkward silence for a moment. Something needs to be said, but it isn't clear who should be making the first move.
Eventually, it's Banki who finds the words she's looking for. So, you know about me now. I'm sorry it took this long for you to find out, and I'm really sorry that this is how it happened. I understand if you never want to speak with me again, but... Damn it, Kugasa, I like you. Like in the girl who loves a girl way. I just wanted to get that off my chest, and if you're willing to look past everything else... Why are words so difficult?
That's as far as she gets before her tongue gets wrapped up in itself. I've never heard her say that much at once, actually. It's honestly kind of cute. Look past what, Banki? I don't feel any differently about you.
But I've been leading you on this whole time. Aren't you mad that I'm not a real girl? How can you still be okay with me?
Banki, do you see your girlfriend as a real girl? The question catches her off guard. She thinks it over before giving me a small nod.
Yeah, I do.
And what makes you any different? Maybe you don't have the girliest body, but it's how you feel on the inside that matters most. I'd be a real jerk if I said you weren't allowed to feel that way.
For someone who only just learned about trans issues, you're already sounding a lot like Kagero.
I'm a fast learner. And while I'm at it, I like you too, Banki. Today was a real roller coaster, but what matters is I got to spend it with you. I wouldn't change a second of it.
Except for the getting beaten up by Reimu part. That wasn't great. Still a solid 9 out of 10 then. Thanks. We move wordlessly towards each other. I'm trying to, like, keep up, like, proper voice tones.
If this is a day we're on, there's only one way to end it, isn't there? May I? Banki's face turns bright red, but after a lot of work, she manages a shaky nod. This is another cute side to her, actually. She has a lot of them. Alright then, here I go. Mwah! Choo! Just a gentle peck on the forehead will do for now. Don't want to make her too uncomfortable. Thanks for everything today, Banki. I hope we can do it again sometime. Aw, just look at her. How could I not fall in love with someone this adorable? So, want me to give you a lift back to your place? It's okay. Whenever you're ready. I'm fine with watching you blush for a while longer. Damn it. I can't believe I'm getting bullied by my girlfriend. What can I say? It's not my fault you're so cute. Lesbians! Some people say that love is the most wonderful thing on earth. That it changes your life forever and it helps you take on every day with a spring in your step. Yesterday I'd have laughed at anyone who said that. But now, I'm thinking there might be some truth to it after all. Beneath the willows! That was a delightful venture into gay. Not that I didn't already know what was gonna happen. What did y'all think? Is it not adorable? Adorable. And very gay. Very... women... girls... in love. The smooch and the gay and the dress and the saphisms. Despite some of the heavy subject matter, like... yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, in spite of the heavier subject matter at some points, like... I really like this one. Hard. Well... yeah, I'm glad you all, enjoyed yourselves. But don't go away. We are not done with TOUHOU tonight. So I am just gonna close out the game and swap out sources. So now I am up to playing a fan game that I said came out fairly recently, a proper bullet hell. And it's called Sapphire Panlogism. Sapphire, more like sapphic, am I right? Am I right, lily pals? Gensokyo paradise of lesbians. Alright. So I just pull it up like so. This window is humorously, like, much smaller. Took a moment. This is Sapphire Panlogism. I know virtually nothing about this game. Other than what I said previously. This menu music is quite nice. Also, I love this steering wheel, even if the orientation of the text is, like, difficult to, like, parse at first. Or at least it was for me. So, yeah, I know nothing about this game. Thankfully, it has both English and Japanese
versions. Let's see. Euphotic zone, swimming in the bright soft shallows. Let's not go too deep, it could be dangerous. I think I remember, like, the incident this time has something to do with, like, heavier rainfalls than usual? Something to that extent, something related to water. Dysphotic zone, the path ahead grows ever murkier. Thrill is born from danger, anyway. Aphotic zone, a realm devoid of light. Who knows what lurks amidst these briny depths? Hypoxic zone, that's a word. No air to breathe. Are you looking for some lost civilization down there? I'm gonna play on normal, because I know nothing about, you know, patterns or anything. Alright, so our available protagonists. We have the typical Reimu Hakure. This is quite a cute little portrait. Murasa Kirisame. Sho Toramaru. Huh. You know, I gotta give props to these, to whoever made the decision to include Sho as a protagonist. She has so much potential. So much potential as a character, but she's constantly overlooked. Both by Zune and by the fanbase. A lot of times she's like left to a joke character. But like, she's an avatar of a wealth and fortune god, bitch! She's a tiger! She's a holy figure. She's very powerful. The little pagoda she holds can instantly turn you into ash. Yeah, Sho. Underrated tiger girl. Happy to see it. Oh, I forgot to read the flavor text. Really, I could do without the rain. As usual, she would go beat up fairies for an answer to her problems. All this leakage is messing up my magic. It seemed like she couldn't depend on her lasers this time. How upsetting. The pagoda is flashing like crazy. Bishamonten drew her towards a place in the clouds. He was busy himself, of course. I mean, it's her job. Anyone else? Oh god! Hekatia! Hekatia! Lapis lazuli! Strongest girl! One of my favorites! Ah! Oh my god, her shirt! Hello world! Goddess of a hell over the rainbow. That's... Okay. Clearly, This Froggy is extremely happy. Anyone else? No, it's just these four. Well, like, Reimu is normally my girl, but like, Katya, I'm gonna play Katya first. I have to. It's a prerequisite. She's in my top 3 of my top 10 TOUHOUs. I gotta get into this game. I gotta start. I can't. Ah! Ah! Froggy noises! Okay, just start. Just start. 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 Girls are praying. Now loading. Oop. Not a rubber. Huh? Oop. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning on video settings. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. Oof. Hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna go back to menu. This was made with Danmakufu, by the way. Options. Are there any options? Simple. Special effects. Yeah. Alright. That should be better. Alright. So... let's try this again. Okay, so background is completely frozen, but that's fine. Oof. The lag is kinda real, though. Seafoam Pixie Town 4. Can I lower the settings even more? Whoops. Can I turn them down even more? 0. None. Gambare, potato. Third time's the charm. Let's go. Let's TOUHOU. Hekatia, 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 Hekatia. It's really trying to eat your computer. It certainly is. I just can't win. Goodness, but still not that great. Yep, and then I can change between her forms. That's good. What did I do? What are these rings? Okay. Red Heka is an AoE. Huh. And then blue, of course, is 4 shot. Spell card. That's flashy. I like that. Ooh. Ah. And I powered. Death bomb. I really like this shot pattern. It's probably not that practical, but, you know, it's flashy. I like it. So far the music's pretty decent, too. Kind of an easygoing atmosphere. Excusez-moi? Oh my, I need 15 life pieces to get a full life. I got full rings! Woo. Alright. This could be a cuter vacation. Way cuter, definitely. Good after... Ah! Oh, for real? You're all really nymphs. Who sent you? Whoa! Ah! Lady Hecate! We, not been informed. Are you paparazzi or something? No, they wouldn't use a fairy. Please, endow mercy on all of us. We're not committing any offense here. Azure Swirl. That's a cute name. As provisional leader of the Nereid, we are in truth acting on the will of other entities. Huh. Well in that case, probably being a tabloid or something. For that reason alone, I guess I'll drop you into hell. And no more. Yeah, now leave me alone even in death. Huh? I gotta say I don't quite understand either. Frost Sign Foam Brinacle. Pattern seems to be mostly theatrics. Give me more power! Ooh, I like this part of the song. You know what this music vaguely reminds me of? Riverbed Soul Saver. That's another TOUHOU fan game. I should probably play those games at some point. Ooh. Fine waters of the Sea of Olive. Ooh! Oh. Lady Hecate, I beg of you dearly, mercy me, oh mercy mine, no! Well, like, I guess that serves you right. We're trying to... whatever you were doing in the rain. Oh, yeah! Crap, the rain! Seawater! That's a thing! You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, right? We have an incident that is precipitating in the Expanse at the current moment, Lady Hecate. The Expanse? No. Well, heck, of course work would follow me here. I mean... I know you don't like hell, Hikatia, but you did kind of abandon your post and leave an enormous power vacuum. Only figures, some people are trying to track you down and regain Hell's status quo. So sad I don't get to see the stage backgrounds. Ooh, I'm lagging a bit. Why are the zoo painted pink? You know, I barely have an idea how— Oh! Just as I was about to say I don't understand, it clicked. So inside the stars, there's a bunch of explosions. And essentially, yeah, it's kind of trapping enemies into this corral sort of deal. Unless it's unfocused. What? What is she wearing? No, she definitely can't do it. Or, no, totally like just signed her death warrant. Rule number 1 of dealing with Hikatia, don't insult her fashion sense. It's not even that bad. She's a scene girl. I see. Pew, 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 pew. It's cute. Ooh. Easy now. I'm out. No, it's not. I think I gotta use her moon form sparingly. It confuses me too much what's a harmful projectile and what isn't. Concealing the hole in the firmament with clouds? That's like kind of clever, I guess. The pouring seawater gave you away, though. You can come out now. Please. Refrain. Uh-huh. I wasn't expecting a yokai from Gensokyo. It's a fact that Gensokyo needs its other worlds, but it doesn't need a gaping hole to the expanse. Sakagumi Yamomo! Oh, she's cute! The silent treatment? Like, do you even know what's in there? Huh, I guess only a few do, but... Huh. Right, you don't fight cards in Gensokyo, but you do have spell cards. Alright then. Please, refrain. Vow of pink silence. This is a declaration of battle, right? For that reason, I'll drop you into hell. For that reason, and getting in the way too. Now suffer even in death! Hikatia goes hard. Let's see. What do those patterns remind me of? Blue sign melancholic downpour. Ooh. see what you're going for there. Once again, it's mainly just theatrics. Ooh. Easy now. Can't get too cocky. This is unknown territory for me. Even the goddess of hell can bomb at spell card duels. Granted, it's probably extremely hard. But never mind. Oh, those were bullets. I thought those were pickups. No, they're the tiny pebble bullets. Come on. Gotta edit the cheese. Ooh. It's kind of a blend of like Ran, Yukari, and Kane. I don't even know what's happening. Really, it's beyond me. I must have covered what we're doing, really. They were in the ocean and the sky. Up there, in the clouds, right there. I'm just someone who got caught up in all of this. Well, the idea was, I'd be an active bodhisattva, but... And you know, most people like Raigo. I was thinking doing this and playing along could help them reach Nirvana, but no one's gonna listen to full-fledged Yokai except Yokai, but I've said too much. So, that being said, your boss is in there, right? Well, I guess here's to hoping peace is alright. I wonder, did they really put her in there? I really like this, like, random firework AoE sort of deal. It's neat. Come on, game. You can do it! Here we go. Oof, it's kinda rough. A mermaid chasing a shrine maiden's tail. We just got done with a mermaid. A very gay mermaid and her wolf girlfriend. And last I checked, she's not very powerful if she's outside of the water. Full power. These are definitely a pseudo, like, firework motif. It's cool. And considering Grimoire Usami is a thing, there's precedent for it in canon. Not that Danmaku patterns were not already plenty firework-like in the first place, but, you know. Huh? Is that... Did we get the underworld involved somehow? This isn't good. Oh, aren't you... Oh, wait. Those are bullets. Okay, so I wanna stream that. Jeez! I mean, you're strong, but... Man, this really isn't good. Jeez, don't you know sea witches are out of vogue? This is flashy. This is very flashy. This also kind of reminds me a bit of, like, one of Yukari's patterns. Leave me alone! No! Also, I think I've gathered that the bomb changes depending on what form you're in. Same spell card, but different variants. Oh geez, I'm already on my last life. That's kind of unforgiving. Oh, mermaid! Ooh. It's freaky. Scary. So they explode on death. Explode in such a fun way. Well, Hecate, if it isn't you. Again. You're one of Oceanus' kids, aren't you? Hey, hey, hey! That's a pointed question. Saga Kuramu. Wicked fairy godmother? I should have figured you'd come. I mean, well, since one of your lampettes came running through here earlier. God surely did a number on me. Pieces around? I mean, I was meaning to have her help me in divine conflicts anyway, but... Divine conflicts? Well, you have to deal with some gods ever since. Hey, wait. Why am I even telling you all this? You're on the side against ours, aren't you? You're not even a yokai either, so it's not like... Man, whatever. I've got a little divinity in me, too. The child of Oceanus, more ancient than the goddess of the pits of hell, Hecate, Saga. Ego. There's always more room for witchies in my book. Diabolical compact. Okay, I need to make sure I don't get walled in. Panicked. I wasn't sure if those were bullets or not. It's quite fancy. I quite like this. Raiko, take notes. I like this theme. Press forward, even still. Full throttle. Carabinado. Fuck it! Fuck y'all. Him and Medea. Him. Those little wispy things are unnerving. But yeah, I like this theme. Also, wait. She's the stage 3 boss, isn't she? This is a bit extreme for stage 3. Treating me like a little kid. For that reason, I dropped you into hell. For that reason and that reason alone. You're really kind of a jerk, aren't you? Your father's definitely, like, way stronger, huh? What would the odd one out of the gods know about that? Well, I guess you're not weak. Anyhow. Really, I'm supposed to be on vacation, not running around the expanse. I happen to like visiting Gensokyo, unlike... running these odd jobs for centuries, you learn to just cut to the chase. So, hey, Hecate, just follow me. I've been duping plenty of yokai, but older folks like us have some distinction. These semi-laggy loading transitions are a fine time to take a sip of coffee. Don't feel like stage 3. And I was like, I'm waiting. I wonder if this game would run any better if I wasn't streaming. That would probably be the case. Or, for all I know, it's just it's just my potato, my poor little potato. Sheep! Sands of time through sleepless eyes. I actually really like the look of those big winged fairies. I like the look of their sprites. It's very cute. Seems pretty straightforward. Alright. Red version kinda reminds me of Fujiyama Volcano. Hey, you there! Come on, wait up! I'm getting a little frustrated, so I'll ask you to... You're one of the people from the world below, right? Well, listen, here's this Padma who... Hey, I'm supposed to be on vacation. Please don't expect me to... Tsubasa. Like Tsubasa Chronicle? The little arrow-tipped streaks almost seem to follow me a bit. Oh, this is pretty. Undead Prophecy. Oh god. I saw that coming. Extend! I'm shooting sheep! Why am I shooting sheep? Wait. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference. I was wondering if, like, the reason so many white bullets were showing up was because I was shooting the sheep and, like, blasting off some of their wool, but I guess not. It's kind of a... seems to be a scripted thing. Hey look, I can pull off red too. Make it blue! Katya doesn't have a green form, but yellow is just as well, right? Primary colors as far as a painter is concerned. Easy, girl. Okay. Let's go. know this isn't Gensokyo anymore, but really, running into Oceanids isn't my idea of relaxation.
You're that lady that beat the crap out of Saga, right?
Maybe so. My understanding is that you're one of the residents of the Expanse. You must be in cahoots with her, something like that.
Yeah, cahoots is a word for it.
Umehime Kazurashi, Draconic Rain Dance.
Nah, she's just another cog in the system, I'd say. A system you've been demolishing.
Can't say we've been expecting gods to show up, but you ain't the first to pop up.
Ain't the first one from hell either, Hecate, or whatever your name is.
Okay, right. Alright, how about I talk this time, instead of some little punk stowed away in some other world insulting me some more.
Well, lady, you alright? I know the hand-ons can be a pain in the neck, but
I really could care less about those broken smithereens of a dead god right now. Where's Clown Peas?
Huh? That's Fairy in the stupid clothes or whatever? Oh, so she came up here with a bunch of other fairies from that Gensokyo we opened a gate to because the rain was bothering her or something. What's it to ya?
You know, Xenia is a virtue. Any leader should know that. Alright, so that settles it. For ruining my vacation, for that reason, and that reason alone, I'll drop you into hell. Now repent, even in death.
Oh, wait, crap!
You weren't fighting seriously before, were ya? Reminder, Hikatia in TOUHOU 15, you know, she's kind of made herself out as one of the hardest extra bosses as of late. And, being so freaking powerful, she was holding back. She was just playing around in that fight. So cute. Where is she? Hi, Chroma! Oh dear. Oh, those are dragons! She kinda reminds me of a Chili. Hard to see her horns because of Black Beachy. Sorry, I wish I could keep the background on. Can't be. Iris's iridescent bridge. Leaks. Okay, I should probably get up here. For my AoE. Swirlies! Yo! Oh, Jesus. Rainbow Dragon Blast! Yeah, this China theme really good. Ooh. Thankfully, the auras have smaller hitboxes than they seem. So it's wherever she's planted herself. Opal Fleece, Frotskis? Fabric skies? Primary colors! I have primary colors too. Dragon said gay rights. Just in time for Pride Month. Dodge the sheep. Kablooey! That wasn't even me at full speed. If I wanted to demolish you properly, there would hardly be your soul left. I'm very close. There's nothing I despise more than self-righteous snobs who consider themselves superior. Hey, look! It's not that we hate those yokai coming into the Expanse, alright? It's just... they all came to stop our, rain ritual we've been using on Gensokyo. It's all, seawater. Special water. Holy. Divine, even. Way back when, like, I'm pretty sure we're older than you, they made this sea because they agreed to nevermore punish humanity with flooding. Or something like that. They just plugged it up with the firmament, that's for sure. Because they put something else in here. Some other ancient god. Titans? Or primordial gods? Then again, your settlement seems Japanese. Well, look, I don't know where she came from. Some god of yokai or saltwater shoved into the Expanse. And hell, and Makai, and the Netherworld, a lot of places. Way too many. You're a god. You know why gods would do this? God of yokai. I mean, I've heard that there were gods in the Expanse and all sort of monstrosities. The Expanse exists to keep things in it, I always thought, but... never mind. What's this god's name? Aminu Umonomikoto. Mouthful. Real regal, ain't it? You know, if this is god business, go on ahead. Can't say it's my jurisdiction. It's Padma's. She's a shrine maiden of sorts. Between all those cages and lanterns, God, scares the crap out of me. I have a sneaking suspicion about what this is all about. I don't! I don't think I know enough about... I'm not touched up on my mythology to have a clear idea. Oop. Easy there. Futile is the fight against the fetters of fear. Okay, I'm a little bit caged in. Ooh, this lag. Ooh, this lag. Insectoid Galatea. Akanotori Castle Corridor. Ooh. Fight yellow with yellow. That is very flashy. I like it. I always love good laser patterns. They don't even have to be curvy. That's pretty theatric. I like that a lot. Easy with a kunai. Porch. choice. Poor decisions were made. Ah. I understand. And it still got me. Ah. Ooh. Ooh, who's she? Look, a stranger's here. I got too cocky. Hey, out of the way! I'm making a break for it! Jummy wow. Wow? Thought I was dead there. Suicide card-bound captive. I see. This is quite unique. A little easy, but unique. Oh, I swear if I'm coming up on a duel battle. So many characters! This is Gensokyo. Or quote-unquote Gensokyo. This is TOUHOU. It's a better way to put it. It's part of the territory. Spoken when you think of Yue? Yeah, it does! Now that you mention it. Oh my, this is a lot of lasers! Gotta weasel my way up to the collection point. Get some extra score pointy piddly-doos. Wow, you're oh, I'm not quite sure what you are. An angry goddess, or something like that. An angry goddess? Ah, I see. And I suppose you're not a true god, then. What gives you the right to say that, besides being a shrine maiden of sorts? Because I know a true god. I collected all this in devotion for her. A true god is loving. Well, there was proof enough of that. Girl from before. She said these yokai were causing trouble, right? Bumbling past the firmament into the expanse? Attempting to, like, punch their way to a solution? You know, bothering Gensokyo in particular is such a ham-fisted move, but I digress. You're not like her, are you? There's something quite off about you. Those yokai, these heathens sealed into these cages on the walls. This is, Padma Rakshasa. Pretty sure it's Rakshasa. They refuse to convert, despite my god's truth, and such is sin. And sin needs to be rectified. Her faith is like me. I know this for a fact. Unlike that Umehime, Maybe that's what's so odd about me. You have my clown piece here, don't you? Padma, you pissed off worse than a mama bear. This is Mama Heka.
Oh, the Hell Fairy? She was one of the most troublesome.
Glad to hear as much. I hope she gives you more trouble soon. Say, could I meet that god of yours? Like, now. I'm getting tired of you lot in the expanse.
Mother has already dealt with other gods, ones that tried to stop her enacting her will. She told me she'd rather not experience such a thing again.
Ah, so... Oh, I figured it out. Expected. It's just some sort of god dying for some sort of recognition, yeah?
Are you trying to slight Mother's character?
Maybe. Depends on how much that bothers you.
Then you speak blasphemy.
Is that possible for a goddess, to speak blasphemy?
As you yourself said, you are an angry god, and as I had said, you are thus an untrue one.
I think I'm becoming an angrier one. How about you scurry away for now, and I'll have, like, a god-to-god chat with your mother.
After the last one, Mother said to stop every divinity that came to challenge her. Such was her will. As her disciple, I think it's only just that I now act on such a will.
I don't like this girl. I appreciate her aesthetic, though. It's definitely the flavor of goth I can appreciate. Insect cage zoetrope. Whoa! Oh! Woo! So that's her gimmick. I see. This reminds me of a certain mechanic in one of the Lennon games. But that's something I haven't had a chance to show y'all yet. Oh, she's just mewing all over the place. You're kidding, this is horrifying. Pain silhouette, Jailer's Gibbet. Ah! What hit me? Getting cage can hurt. Terrible info to have. Yay, another life. I still don't have a full grasp on how the unique collection mechanic works, but nevertheless, I gotta continue the fight. Panopticon Mobile. Man, imagine how this looks with a background. It'd probably look much cooler. Ooh. Revenge drama in 7 acts. Looks like a timeout spell. Oh god. Ooh. Okay, so if I follow her around, I should be safe. Sometimes I think it's hilarious just how much smaller the player's sprite is compared to the enemies. Wow! We're in a 30s cartoon! Oh, I can't distinguish color anymore. Or silhouette. Self-circumference. I have no idea what that means. Whoa. Don't you spook me like that, you little brat. I'm a Trinity Goddess, bitch! Talking down to a goddess, I think, can be considered blasphemy, too. What you've been doing, by the way. I'm a goddess of that. Whoops! Accidental button pushing. But can you be a god of anything when Mother drowns those all beneath her waters? Starting with that Gensokyo of these yokai. Wow, that's kind of rash, isn't it? No wonder Peace didn't like you. Heck, I guess if it's really been that serious of a thing all along, I should have come in at full force. Guess it's too late for that. My vacation's ruined. I'm angry as it is. I've made up my mind about it. When I come back after defeating your god, I'll be coming back to collect my Hell Fairy. And the other fairies for good measure. If Mother has her way, even the full power of a goddess like you couldn't stop her. Come again? It's something she's longed to do for a very, very long time. And when she returns to her full might, it will be something to dwarf her power. That's why we begin with flooding that Gensokyo, to get that point where she can flood all, as she once was able to. And again create as she was once able to. I anticipate that beauty to come. Huh? No, it can't be. It couldn't be that god, right? I thought this was just some small, obscure god organizing a fuss, but I guess there's only one way to find out. What you thinking, Hacker? Keep in mind that I'm not going to get the good ending, because I'm on a continue. Here we go. Ooh, the lag is real. Sounds very cavey. Goodness grievance. I really need to see if this lag is an issue off stream. have any other programs. I don't have any other programs running in the background. I made sure to close as much as I could, except for the necessities. It feels like we should get the good end anyways. Well, you know, sometimes the fans kind of latch on to difficulty, to some of our chagrin. And you know, if I can't get a 1cc as Heka, I'm pretty sure I could at least get it with Reimu. That being said, I'm probably gonna try again off-stream to make sure I get the good ending if I don't get it already. I really like the aesthetics here. Seems really like cyberspacey. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven, but oh! I gotta think fast with this one. Well, I don't have to worry about it so much now. Yeah, the song, it is nice. Oh my god, I almost got hit again there. Thank good for iframes. Thank good. Full power. An altar? For God? For sacrifice? Ah, what to do? This is really such a mess. I'm at a loss here. One person's loss can easily be another person's gain. Cyberspace Grandma? I don't think the saying goes like that. Umutsumazaru. Tsumazaru. Oh, is that really so? Anyhow, why should it have to go a certain way? Rules and restrictions of language, creed. Oh, I hate them. Wouldn't you agree? For someone who hates convention, you got, like, a pretty conventional setup, I'd say. Convention is a different thing from regulation. The norm and forceful adherence to it are two different objects. Oh, but I feel as if that's not the proper crux of the situation, is it? You've come to strike down this old titan again, hmm? Not necessarily. When my dear, sweet children made mention of you, oh, I was so deeply confused. Who of this land would know of things like me, know of the eras and divinities I hailed from? She looks a lot. Well, my personal point in being here is, like, you can't reign all over other people's. Of course, another god from another foreign land. Who walked those same eras and toyed with those same divinities? Who says I can't reign over others? Keep them hostage, as I expect you might have said. How is that different from what your generation did? Having chopped me up, hiding and smuggling the pieces of a titan into the spaces between spaces. Now you're just being super difficult. I was exhausted before, and I'm getting more tired now. But I understand you. Do you now? You're like a pretty old god, too. Exhausted by this changing world. Exhausted by an unceasing power grab. Someone tired, like me. You know exactly who I am, don't you? You're the Titan whose children split her asunder across sea and sky. Correct. And she whose body was like that of the ocean depths. Ooh. Magical stone tablet? That's a really cool effect. Who, in sacred marriage, made life and creation with the body of fresh water, and whose wrath and spawn was so feared by Adam that his children prayed that they knew the god that slayed me. Who are you, then, charming goddess? Hekatia Lapislazuli, of the hells of the otherworld, earth, and moon. And you've ruined my vacation. Ah, Hekatia Lapislazuli, goddess of hell. It was so nice to meet someone who remembered the age of the gods. But even you must learn to bow before me as motherly imperatrix. Hiccup? Just wait a second, I guess. I hope the game didn't crash. Man, if it crashed now, like, this would be so... Ugh. What do I do? I don't want to close it. I don't want to close the window. Not when I'm right here. Phooey. What a screen to be stuck on, I know. This almost seems intentional. God, imagine if it was. And like this boss was a fourth wall breaker. That would be pretty nuts. I guess I have no choice. I gotta close it down. And maybe I can play it on practice mode. Practice start. Here we are. Seems to work. Give it a moment. I didn't think I would be, like, streaming for 3 hours like I usually tend to do, but at this pace, that might end up being the case. I just rhymed. Alright. It's not the same. Now I won't get any ending, but, you know, I think it's just a spectacle, final spectacle we're all here tuned in for at this point. Goodness me, that was close. Get me out of there. Somewhat better understanding of how this stage works now. Revere the Theotokos. I do like those lasers. It's kind of inspired. Of a Mother of Rain, that I'm sure of. And she'll do so from heaven. Alrighty then. Okay. Gotta weave through. Gables. Once again, I'm sure this would look even better with some with a backdrop. Okay. My torrents rage across the nebula, I, as Queen of Heaven, will return to glory. Oh god. That's a bit harsh. This planet is lost and directionless. Gaia philosophy. Ooh. You know, there's actually something charming about playing with, you know, a soul dark background too. It looks like a genuine light show. Oh, I love this music. God and yokai hunger for belief, for fear of fading away. The death of God. Wowza. This is practice mode, so it's not that much of a loss. Ooh, that was close. Humans struggle to keep living on a dying finite Earth. TOUHOU eating at the world. Ooh. Aw. Could you imagine if, like, the ending for Hikatia changed depending on which form you were by the time you beat the final boss? No idea how you could pull that off coding-wise, but that'd be pretty nifty. I will breathe life into them. A life more than survival. Life-giver from Durani. Durani. That's a name I know. From Indivisible. So there's clearly like some inspiration from I don't want to say Hinduism or Buddhism, because I'm not really sure, but like, it does sound like something based on fates in like those South Asian regions. Possibly something that predates Hinduism. You know what this song vaguely reminds me of? Battle Against a True Hero from Undertale. Some of the melody actually resembles it quite a bit. I will be the great mother they cling to. Demon Mother Echidna. Ooh. I know Echidna. EDM kind of. Oh my god, yeah. Nope. Have a death bomb, mother. Easy. Easy. Kaboom! Kaboom! can't be it. Last word. I knew it. Can never leave like super hype battles as they are. They always gotta have a last word. I can't read all this all at once. There's so much. Oh, it's just the things she was saying mid-fight. Who fashions all things. Ooh! Mind tool, Tablet of Destinies. What is happening? I don't know, but it's really cool. Okay, bombs won't hurt her. Almost. Got her. Woohoo! That was pretty cool. Aside from the obvious, like, technical struggles, you know, trying to go up against lag spikes and you know, trying to play on this dear old potato of mine. All things considered, I think this is a cool game. I love a lot of the patterns. Some of the music is great, but I mean, that's kind of par for the course. Need to have extra consideration for your theme songs. Also, I just noticed Reimu's necktie is teal instead of the usual, like, blue or yellow. Huh. And her sleeves are particularly bead. So... I think because technical difficulties kind of cheated us out of, like, a proper ending and such, I feel compelled to do another stream at some point to properly face up against this game. I mean, so far, I really like what I've seen. A lot of the characters were really cute. My mythology knowledge is not quite on the same level as this game's plot probably requires it to be. Story kind of went places, and I'm like, yeah, it went places. Yeah, right now I'm just generally a little confused. And I don't know if that's by intention, because I know, like, when Zune did TOUHOU 17, like, it was entirely his intention for the story to be kinda, like, by the end, just be kinda like, what just happened? And I don't know if that's the same here, or if there were just, like, too many references or big words that I couldn't properly internalize. But I feel compelled to do, you know, more replays of this game. And, you know, maybe I'll do it on stream, maybe not. Who knows? Obviously, like, I'm gonna keep playing TOUHOU in the future for streams. But as of right now, I think I'm mainly prioritizing just like any games that would be good for like the revolving around Pride Month. So yeah. At least we started things off with the super cute VN. And again, like, for the time being, I would probably rate this game like roughly 8 out of 10? You know, mainly, like, a lot of it was just kind of held back by, like, a not very self-explanatory story and technical issues that I bet are no fault of the game. Probably designed this game on computers much better than mine. But that's okay. You take things one step at a time. I will say again, I really like this main menu. It's really stylish. Well, that's, for now, that's Sapphire Panlichism. And now, I think I'm probably gonna wrap up stream. Look for somebody to raid. Let's see who's available. Up a twitchy bitchy on the funny bunny. Alright. We have Nor, we have Aru. We have one of my fellow frog tubers. Platinum Lily, Liddy Barn, Speaker Green, Estelle, Moonsy, let's see. Let's rate Estelle. Looks like she could use a few more viewers. Alright. In the meantime, thank you all for joining me tonight. I know right now I have a certain Warframe on PS4 beckoning me. I've been so absorbed in that game lately. But anyway, thank you all for joining me in my Touhou escapades. I always like to support and like promote fan content, because there's so much to enjoy. Every kind of content for all of your various Touhou needs. So, once again a reminder that I won't be streaming on Thursday. I'm going to be with Rem and Company for another sleepover chat. And in the spirit of Pride Month, of course, the topic is going to be LGBTQIA+ experiences, stories, insights. Look forward to it. Thank you all my lily pals for tuning in. Oyasumi!